Welcome back, students. So let's continue the next part of this chapter, Silk Road, written by Nick Middleton. In the previous video module, we have seen or learnt that the narrator, he decided to leave the place. That time, one character, that is one woman, Lamo, that she wanted to give a gift to the narrator because the narrator was heading towards where? Mount Kailash. So keep himself warmer, that she gave him what? The long sleeved sheepskin coats. And he got the comment, he received the comment from Sutton that he looked like what? A Drogba. Drogba means a shepherd when he wore that coat. Now the next. We took a shortcut to get off the Changtang. Changtang, what is the Changtang? Changtang means it is the part of a Tibetan plateau. Clear? It's a part of a Tibetan plateau, that Changtang. We took a shortcut to get off the Changtang. Sutton knew a route that would take us southwest because he was a driver, owned a car. The narrator has hired him and he knew very well who Sutton, the shortcut or the route that would take them to southwest, almost directly towards Mount Kailash. Who knew? Sutton knew the route which would take them directly where? To Mount Kailash, towards. It involved, and that route involved what? Crossing several fairly high mountain passes. So many high mountain passes that they need to cross there. That they have to cross in that way. He said, but no problem, sir. But he assured the narrator, he made the narrator sure, don't worry, sir, no problem, sir. He assured us, it means to the narrator, if there is no snow, clear, in this way, in this route, if there is no snow, what was the likelihood of that? I asked. Then the narrator asked to Sutton that what was the likelihood of that? Likelihood means here, for example, which probability or which looked like that. What was the likelihood of that? I asked. Not knowing, sir, what is the possibility, the narrator asked, of the snowfall or all these things there. Then he said, not knowing, sir, until we get there. Not knowing, sir, I don't know, sir, until we reach there. When the narrator asked the probability or the possibility there or the likelihood of the weather there, especially that route condition. So the next. From the gently rolling hills of Rao, then that they started moving on the same route there, which Sutton knew. From the gently rolling hills, not that much soft, gently rolling hills of Rao, the name, the shortcut took us across vast open plains. And when they crossed that rolling hills, the shortcut took them where? Across the vast open plain area was there. After hills, when they crossed hills, that time there was a vast open plain area with nothing in them. Nothing was there except a few gazelles. Gazelles means here, see now, what is meant by gazelles? Gazelles, a kind of a mammal, in short, an African or Asian mammal. African or Asian mammals with large eyes that moves quickly and hoops there. Such a mammal is given here, gazelles. Especially when they reached there on that vast open plain with nothing except what? A few gazelles, such mammals, clear, that they saw. That would look up from Libling. Or in that plain area, vast open plain, they saw a few gazelles when they reached there, when they were going from that way. Those gazelles that they looked towards them, they would look up from nibbling. Nibbling means here taking small bites. In that plain area, for example, they were taking their food, the mammals, that they were eating grass, and when the narrator, it means his car along with Saturn reached there, that time they would look at them from nibbling. It means, and the arid pastures. Arid means here that dry grass which that they were eating. Pastures means land covered with grass. It means that they were eating the grass, and when the narrator's car reached there, that time they looked at them. Who? The gazelles. Then, from nibbling the arid pastures and frown before bounding away into the void. And they frown. Frown means here showing displeasure, we could say that, because they thought that the narrator car and his car, the mean that they disturbed them, so that's why they showed displeasure before bounding away into the void. Void means here into the emptiness or the empty space that they disappeared. Who? Gazelles. So then, further on, later on, where the plains became more stony than grassy, now that they were heading, that they started their journey, the narrator, and now they started to face stones. It means the plain, that area became more stony than grassy. A great herd. Then they noticed the next sight which they witnessed after gazelles. That was a great herd of wild ass came into view. Then they noticed a great herd, a group of wild ass. And then wild ass means an animal just like a horse. Horse-like animal. Like, not the exact horse-like animals. Some change is there, but horse-like. Short in size. So then they witnessed, then they saw a great herd of wild ass came into view. Saturn told us we were approaching them long before they appeared, and Saturn informed us that we are approaching towards them. Right? We were approaching them, coming. Approaching means coming long before they appeared. Cancer. Kang means here, Kang means, Saturn said Cancer when they looked at them. Kang means here the wild ass of Tibet. This is what Kang in Tibetan language there. In Tibetan language, Cancer. He informed. Kang means that wild ass. Saturn informed. He said, pointing towards a far off pole of dust. He said, Cancer. When we drew near, I could see the herd galloping en masse. And when they drew near, when they reached, when they went there, that time the narrator could see galloping en masse. Galloping en masse means, galloping means jumping or something. En masse means in a group, that they were galloping, coming. En masse, in group, wheeling and turning in tight formation. They were wheeling and they were turning all the while as in tight formation, as if they were practicing maneuvers. Maneuvers means here a series of movements. Just like that they were moving in a synchronized way. Just like that they were doing a practice exercise. Who? That wild ass there, that they were a great herd of wild ass, that they were practicing maneuvers. Maneuvers just like we could say that a kind of movement whenever the soldiers that they used to do the parade or something there in a synchronized way, in that manner. On some predetermined course, plumes of dust billowed into the crisp, clean air. So, here maneuvers means series of movements, and plumes of dust billowed. Billowed means swelled out and went. See children, the last line of this paragraph we will discuss in the next video module. That's all from me.